Yeah, so this is going to be a weird week.
I know, and the clock's ticking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Where shall we start? I think that we probably are more similar players than, like, from what I hear from how you played your Australia version, and for me, obviously what I did was trying to create, like, a creative solution to, like, how to get, that was kind of my only shot that I had this round, was to draw that line of creating an enemy in this house for myself, which in some ways has been liberating. Like I said, like I was in a position where, like, I didn't know who I would want out next, because it's coming down to the people that, like, I enjoy.
You might have done that regardless.
But I probably would have had to call out an enemy next week, or, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't really sure where my game was going, so this, in some ways, you're like, okay, now I have a path. I think that,
and I'm envious of that.
Right, well, you can have that this week.
I know, and that's the dilemma. Anyway, keep going, yes.
I guess, I'm worried that you won't vote for me because we can't get the votes. Do you know what I mean? But I think we can.
Yeah.
But that's my fear, is I feel like deep down you do want to leave me. I don't know if that's true or not. For me, like, I want the game to be exciting. Obviously, I want to be here on the surface. Like, that's my main reason. I just want to be here. But I'm ready to, like, blow it up and just, like, shoot it up, and that sounds weird, but you know what I mean. Like, now I get to play out in the open, and I'm excited about that. And I don't think I'm a psychopath or anything like that, but I'm ready to just play in a different way, which is exciting. Like, I've been given the key, but I may not get to, like, drive the car right now.
I know that you would not play the same if you stayed.
And I know there's some doubt and fear about, like, will I ever team up with them again? And I can guarantee, and I'm happy to promise on that.
No, I know that. That's none of those are the criteria for what makes me vote yes or no for you. And I don't want to tell you. I want you to work it out. Because
I think
if you are smart, and it's not nothing that's been touched on yet. Really about why. I can't even really explain how many different criteria, and the flaw is that I can just pick and choose at any given time what I'm going to base my criteria on. This week, it is
a particular thing.
Yes.
So I have to figure out that particular thing.
No.
For me, or for me to figure out, you mean?
Well, if you were to, because otherwise, if I tell you this thing, you haven't realised it for yourself, and then it. I don't know.
Then we're not on the same level.
Well, I'm not surprised. I would. I don't know.
I think that there's a level of, like, we're stumped. How do I think that in general, the game will be less predictable for everyone if I stay. Not just because of me, but because I do see what will happen if I go. Do you know what I mean? Like, Joel is a low-profile player who will slide through the game and will make it much easier for the others. And if Cassandra and the brothers don't vote for me to stay, it's because they're complacent in a relationship that I know is a lie. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been in rooms when they've both been talked about.
Yes. And I believe that 100%.
Yeah. And so for them, that's what's frustrating to me. But I think, if I stay, even they're in a position of fear, and I think that is better for this game in terms of, like...
Oh, I do too, because I don't... If... Why am I trying to hold my words? I try and make my decisions based on just me and just the person on the bench, or the two people on the bench. So if you were... It's not about he'll never get the votes anyway. I would like to be surprised on the day that Cassandra or the brothers. I hate that's how I think we're a little bit different. But so you could get my vote,
even if it's not going to win the round. Is that what you mean?
Yes, absolutely. It's just because I've done that a few other times in the game where I knew that my vote would not have any effect on it.
You're fine to be on a side that doesn't necessarily get the win.
Because I need to live with that decision. And so that is the key to unlock whether you get my boat this week
Right.
or not. I just am cautious that I don't want it to seem like a game that I'm taunting you.
Right.
Because that's what it could seem like. And
I think for me, like, in this game, and I don't know if you felt the same about me, but I had a fear of you when you came in here and understood that you were smarter than most people here, and I kind of had my comfort zone of people and didn't know if our paths would cross or if that was even worth exploring. But I think that now, I wasn't sure how I would deal with that, to be honest. Like, it wasn't a matter of me needing you out, but there was a point when I was like,
we'll watch him.
I don't know where this goes.
Yeah.
And now you are the key to me, you know what I mean? Which is fine.
Yeah.
And whether or not I'll get that key.
But am I, like, I know you think that I might be able to convince Cassandra, but I don't want to.
Right,
I could, but I don't want to. I don't ever want to do that in this game.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Is it because you can't? I'm joking. I'm fucking with you.
At first I was like, of course I can't. And then I went, you did it. No, to me, that's something that you're not allowed to do in my series. So I don't know really. And that's the biggest part of me that scares me, is that
to find out
could I?
to do it, yeah.
Yes. And so you're right, could I? And it's an evil side that when people critique me from the public, they say he is a mastermind, he is a puppet master, he does those things.
Right.
I flirt along the line of doing those things, but when I actually have, and that's why this game is really interesting for me, is because you have the power to do that. In Australia, you can never talk about who you're going to do. So
is that what you mean? Like, this is like affirmation that maybe if you do it, you are that person that they think you are. Fair enough.
And that scares me. And maybe, like, people, even producers would say, I don't even think you're aware of what you're doing.
Right.
And I'm not.
Right. Yeah, no, I think,
so maybe,
I believe that. I think that you have an ability.
But that scares me.
Right.
Because what if then I get a baseball bat? Like, that's...
Right.
And you are that baseball bat. But I know that
Except I think, in all honesty, that you can do it to everyone here except me. I think.
Yes.
I don't know if that's true, but...
Yes, because I had my eye on you. Just like you had your eye on me, I knew that you were the most protected, the smartest.
Right.
And that I was just watching you, and I was waiting for the group to work that out.
Right.
I mean, I said, everyone, Mitch thinks he's Mitch Lump, and he's not that.
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't you're deceptive at all. It wasn't that. I don't think you're being deceptive. I'm just saying, when you limit someone by putting them in a box...
Right. As the, like, innocent...
Yes, they did it to themselves.
Yeah.
You didn't do it. You weren't being deceptive. You're being blamed for something that they put on you. That's what I think.
No, I think that's partially true. And I think that in
and everybody else has been doing what you're doing. This is... Okay, so let me just pull it all out.
Sure.
I am absolutely intrigued and entertained with the fact that your fate, someone who in this game works out things very according to laws of probability and maths, your fate in this game has come undone because of luck.
Right, exactly, yeah. Even in the veto challenge, like, on multiple levels, like, someone coming back into this game who just happened to be put out at the same time as the only other person in this game who could have badmouthed me. And now, so that's been a level of luck that I could never have anticipated, on top of playing a veto where it was fully based on luck when I rolled the ball into a roulette wheel.
And he got a 1 in fucking 5.
I know. Because when I got 20, I was like, yes,
I know. And I don't think others will not have a grasp on that, but maybe have a respect for it that I do, in that the game is a beast, and I love big Brother the game like I do a wild animal,
Right.
in that
And that's part
sometimes it
of
will
it.
hurt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I think I am
I don't even know
okay
if
with it.
producers came up with what's happened this week.
Right.
I don't think you can.
No, yeah,
You
no.
can't. Like,
No.
but a part
And
of
that's
me is
part
going,
of the beast, like you said. Like, it's...
I can't go against that. Like, that's
Against
the
what?
other thing, against the beast of Big
Like,
Brother,
what has
that
been
your
created.
fate has been dealt.
Right. Right.
That you tried to beat the system by doing it
Right.
logically, but
Right.
Big
The
Brother
system
is
isn't
not
logical.
a logical system.
Right.
There's other variables that
Yeah.
are uncontrollable.
Mm-hmm.
But then I put that same logic on myself, and that's like, I'm trying to maybe punish or teach a lesson to not judge a book by a cover. We could have had so many fun conversations up until now. We could have had... I do really want to hang out with you after this show, and it upsets me that you were playing with the cool kids the whole time when, like...
It upset me too to be playing with the cool
I
kids.
know that. I know that.
Like,
and that's what I really loved about your speech, is that you probably could have stayed this week if you had have grovelled to them.
Right.
But there was a sense of pride in you that went, oh, no more. No. You were going to be called out because I may well leave because of this.
Right.
And that's what inside me went, like, shit. Like, because Jared's in turmoil
Yeah.
because he didn't ever want to have to choose game over. Kelsey's putrid.
Yeah.
I don't, anyway, I like, and what you said, the prom king and queen.
It is.
Is
It's
Jared
the story
the prom
that...
king? I don't know. He's very different to who... Am I being under his spell in that he's decided to be nice to me for whatever reason? I don't... Look, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's obviously more complex than like the specific labels we put on people.
Yeah.
In the
But
same
I
way
judged
that-
them as that week one.
Right. Yeah.
I despised them week one.
And there were so many, like, yeah, when we talk about catty people in this house, like, I know where that's coming from, and like, I was in rooms with them to know that things coming out of their mouth sometimes were not great things.
And I get sucked into it when I'm around it, and I've come to and fro and gone, am I okay with the fact that they might be a final three, that there might be a winner amongst them?
Right.
I think Jared is the only winner amongst them that I would be content with.
Yeah.
Rael's
as a
got
player,
aspects
I
of
feel like
it.
Rael as a person, I'm more comfortable with.
Yeah.
playing, but
As a player.
Jared is the best player in this game right now.
Yeah.
I think that you, regardless of your influence over Cassandra or the brothers, voting to keep me this week will be the first move you have to make that puts you in a position of risk. And it's like, if you want to play
And
a
I
fully
don't
safe
want to
game,
hide
Yeah.
the whole time. That's what...
and I feel
You're
the same
right.
way. Like, it feels nice. To
I
now,
know.
like, I want to beat the beast. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it can be done, and there will be levels of logic, and there will be levels of like maneuvering that defy logic and luck and whatever. And I'm okay going out on that because I know I signed up for this game, and many people have gone out by luck in the past.
Yeah.
But, well, I want to beat the beast, and I think there's a way to do it.
Wait, who's the beast again?
Big Brother. We can beat Big Brother.
But for me, beating Big Brother is making sure that the prom queen doesn't win.
Right.
That's because Big Brother for me is kids growing up watching it, learning
It is like
about
the school
how
playground of-
school works.
Yeah.
And I grew up watching it, hating what I was watching when the
cool
prom king
kids,
or
like,
queen
yeah.
won.
And that was even like, Emmett was the prom king of his season.
I
And
knew
he
that
he
when
was going
walked
to
in.
win.
I've not watched his series, but I straight away went,
Yeah. Like,
I get it.
I can respect his game in the same way I can respect Jared's game. It's the life they have. They have to play with that.
Yes.
But
yeah.
to me, and his girlfriend won that season, like
Yes,
his prom queen,
yes.
who was equally, no worries,
Yes.
was.
This was in the pantry.
No, they had to give it back.
Who gave it back?
Ramsey or Maddie, they had it.
Oh, I thought they were bringing it back for you.
They had it hidden for me at one point. They were going to give it to me, but I said I don't want it because
Are we missing out on anything? Any
That's
revelations?
breaking the rules to Big Brother.
Revelations, yeah.
No, it's really just inside Tim's head, not really.
Yeah.
And Mitch, like it's.
No. Okay. I liked the chat.
The what?
Never mind. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I guess my position, I know I can't convince you for the same reason you could not convince me to do things.
Yes.
I do think we play for different reasons. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
we have, coming into this game, we have different
Different,
perspectives,
yes,
right? And different
yeah.
objectives.
You don't.
I don't think that me staying.
I would
in
be
any-
happy for you to win. That's the thing. So if you stay in the game, I'm basically saying, like,
But
I would then want you to win.
But
in
there's still
fact.
such a long road. Do you know what I mean?
There is, and there'll be other big
people
decisions,
who,
yes.
like, I think even Ramsey kind of said, like, but this is just one round. Do you know what I mean? Like, even for myself, if I'm going to win this game.
But I
have to
saw
prove-
the side of you that what you were capable of, and you always would have brought it out. But up until this first half of the game, you have not allowed me to see that side of you.
Right.
Because I don't.
And I think I'm even discovering this side of myself.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yeah, I like
and
that
it's-
thing of
it's
that
been,
people
like-
get learn and get changed by the game.
Yeah. The honest answer is, like, I do not hate Raoul or Jared or Kelsey as people, but that needs to be my image right now. I do want them all out as players, and something I've learned about myself is that, like, the past couple of days have been very hard to, like, maintain this image of, like, hatred. Do you know what I mean? Which really sucks.
Yeah.
Especially for, like, Raoul, who I honestly did
Yeah.
consider a really good friend. And if I go, I will say to him, like, you will always be my friend. It doesn't matter. Go win the game, whatever.
Yes, yeah.
And that's the honest truth, that yes, I will go after him and the other two as well. But it is kind of a charade that's being played right now. Like, this is my
Yeah. Oh, I know
only
you're a lot
move.
bigger person to worry about being.
It's just weird when you learn that. Like, yesterday I felt depressed, not actually depressed, but just dealing with my own, like, it feels weird to have to be this person right now.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy I have those emotions in some ways, where I'm like, I am a person.
Yeah,
It's getting to me
yes.
that I have
Yes.
these feelings. And I mean, I've always been an emotional and empathetic and loving person. But when you have to play the role of hating someone and it actually makes them maybe hate you, that's a weird thing to feel. Do you know what I mean? When you're, like, actually their friend, but they can't know it.
Do that.
No, I know,
But
I don't.
That's why I like.
I don't know if
See,
I can either fully, but it's separate. It's the game, right? And I'm here to play the game.
And I respect that, yes.
And it's not that I'll do anything to win the game, because I have a life out of here and family out of here and people watching and an image that I will protect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
This week, you've really had to question yourself about
yeah,
what's worth.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what?
What are you willing to do?
And like, how do I want to feel myself? Like, even not about how I'm perceived, but
I really need to go and make my own little wilderness journey about keeping you and what it means for me. I don't care about the game.
no. Yeah.
In a weird way, where early on in this game, I just worked out that I'm okay wherever I place. That I think that I felt a lot of pressure coming in, that I had to maintain a certain crown or whatever,
Right.
and I just very early on was doing things that really were not strategic if I was to play the game.
Right.
And I think Nikki played a huge part in it.
Like, coming in with Nikki.
Well, yeah, and then the relationship that we've had, and she plays a big role in your decision as well.
Right.
And that I know how much it would mean to Nikki for me to keep you. But I feel as though the decision that Nikki made the week before, I'm just asking, am I a better person, bigger person to kind of go, no, you don't need to teach anyone lessons, and that is the thrill.
What's the lesson
I'm just
you want
talking
to teach me?
bullshit.
No,
I just wanna... About what was it?
You said like teach a lesson.
To
Do you want to
Nikki
teach me a
or
lesson?
to you?
Or, okay.
Yeah.
About what?
But why did you not invest any time in me up until this week? I know that it's not because you need me now. I know this is genuine.
Yeah.
But you just didn't feel like there was, even game aside, you didn't need me for game up until that point. But just the other part, on the personal level, like, I'm angry that right now you're really cool and I would have loved to have played the whole game with you without game. And I would have been totally okay for you to have still been doing what you were doing and me be doing what I was doing on a game level.
Right. But have more of a relationship.
Yeah, because me, that is one of the uncontrollable variables of Big Brother.
I think, yeah, that's one of my flaws throughout this game is, like, there have been people I've neglected. Like, and I think that for you and I probably stemmed from, like, genuine fear of your awareness.
Why do
and
people do that in life to me?
To you?
I hate that.
I don't know. I'm trying to evaluate, like, why I was scared
Because
of you.
I give off a...
I think I knew what you were capable of, I think. And I think I knew it would end up geared towards me, is what I thought.
But only
Honestly.
if you did what you chose to do.
To not be close to you, is that what you mean? Or
Yes. That's the only reason why I
guess-
won Big Brother Australia, was because the kids in the playground said, you're not allowed to play with us.
Right.
They're not playing with us either.
I
And
think I felt
you
like
can never win.
your relationships with everyone else were, or, I mean, it's a two-way